Here are the 12 widespread regulations. You shouldn't neglect this video as these regulations can and will completely change yourself to improve things, when you know and grasp them. As you are here, stay connected, be inspired for a transformation, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Number 1. The Law of Heavenly Unity. Toward the finish of this, you'll feel a significant association with everything around you. This is established in an enormous standard known as the Law of Heavenly Unity. As per antiquated shrewdness and current science, the same, all that in the universe is interconnected. Picture a web. On the off chance that one strand is contacted, the whole web shudders. So it is with our lives. Our activities influence us, yet swell out to the world overall. Many erroneously accept we exist in confinement, however this is a terrific deception. Truly, we are essential for a lot more noteworthy, complicatedly woven embroidery of presence. At the core of the Law of Heavenly Unity lies solidarity cognizance. There's no need to focus on being distant from everyone else, it's tied in with being each of the one. Anyway, how would you line up with this regulation? Quit isolating, begin coordinating. See yourself not as an island but rather as a fundamental piece of the vast web. Embrace this solidarity and watch as your life becomes more extravagant, more humane, and profoundly interconnected. Number 2. The Law of Vibration. In the following couple of minutes, you'll fathom a general regulation that can open your enormous potential. Albert Einstein broadly expressed, "All that in life is vibration." What's the significance here? Consider this: the more you resound energy, the greater inspiration resonates back. It's like tuning into a radio recurrence. Tune into the recurrence of cynicism and you'll get static and conflict. In opposition to prevalent thinking, this regulation isn't tied in with overlooking issues or faking energy, it's about certifiable attunement. The core of the Law of Vibration is genuine reverberation. Your actual vibration doesn't come from the shallow, it radiates from the inside. So here's your key to open potential. Quit imagining, begin reverberating. Genuinely resound with your true self and watch the universe reverberation back your significance. Number 3. The Law of Activity. Understanding and applying this regulation can get you out of that disastrous circle of hanging tight for the perfect opportunity. Recollect Newton's third regulation. For each activity, there's an equivalent and inverse response. Frequently, we erroneously think sitting tight for motivation is the way to progress, yet that is not the situation. In all actuality, activity breeds motivation, not the opposite way around. Picture this. You're an essayist gazing at a clear page. The more you hang tight for motivation, the more extended the page stays vacant. Yet when you begin composing, motivation starts to stream. Individuals accept the law is about huge activity, however it's truly about predictable activity. Achievement doesn't come from inconsistent large moves, however standard little advances. So here's the key to saddling the law of activity. Begin little, act now. Trust in your capacity to make a move, prompting exceptional accomplishments. Number 4. The Law of Correspondence. By watching this, you'll find how to change your internal world and subsequently your external reality. The guideline comes from an old apothegm authorized to the supernatural works of Hermes Trismegistus. As above, so underneath, at any point thought way. Occasionally you're having some fantastic luck, everything adjusts, while others everything appears to self-destruct. That is the law of correspondence at work. It basically expresses that our external world is a reflection of our inward world. Try not to be deluded believing everything revolves around living in fantasy land, it's more significant. It's about mentality, perspectives, and convictions. Assuming that your psyche is trapped in pessimism, your existence reflects it. The way to use this regulation: mindfulness and change. Know about your internal states, change antagonism into inspiration, quit wishing, begin changing. Take on this methodology and see your life line up with your ideal reality. Number 5. The Law of Circumstances and Logical Results. Toward the finish of this, you'll get a handle on the law so essential that it oversees each snapshot of our reality. Regarded researcher Carl Sagan once said, "Circumstances and logical results, you can't have one without the other. Think about it like dominoes. Push one and a chain response follows." Or on the other hand, consider your activities. A nice thought could fill somebody's heart with joy, while the brutal word can wait in their viewpoints for a really long time. Many misinterpret it as straightforward karma, yet it's considerably more. It's the foundation of our existence, each decision igniting a fountain of results. At its center, this regulation directs a straightforward truth. Each move we initiate or decision we make starts a succession of occasions, a wave in the immense expanse of presence. The genuine force of this is cognizant activity. Perceive that they're segregated occasions, however, initiators of a chain. Begin making positive waves and watch the world change around you. Number 6. The Law of Pay. Ralph Waldo Emerson, the persuasive scholar, authored The Law of Pay. Basically, you get what you really ask for. Envision this. You assist a partner with an undertaking and after 7 days somebody startlingly helps you. Or on the other hand, you continually give your significant investment to a reason, and ultimately open doors and prizes stream back to you. In opposition to normal conviction, the law isn't about determined hustle. It's about veritable exertion. Physical, however close to home, scholarly and moral. Thus, the way to taking advantage of this significant regulation, it's about equilibrium in trade. The universe has this noteworthy approach to adjusting things. Give emphatically and positive things float back. Offer worth and watch your prizes manifest in startling structures. Prior to proceeding, let me require a second and welcome you to give a like to this video. It helps us a great deal. Additionally, consider buying into quietness information as not entirely settled to share important data in ongoing recordings, data that you would have no desire to miss. Presently we should go on with the vital widespread regulations. Number 7. The general rule that good energy attracts good. This regulation is a well-known fact that can make you a magnet for your cravings. This is a groundbreaking regulation embraced both by quantum physicists, regarded characters and creators. What you center around, you draw in. Picture this. Harp on inspiration and energy streams to you. Worry about pessimism and cynicism follows. It resembles tuning a radio. Your recurrence concludes the station you get. Assuming you accept that the pattern of good following good is about living in fantasy land, you're misguided. The genuine center of the law is dynamic perception. This isn't about inactive wandering off in fantasy land. It's about strikingly seeing your objectives as currently refined. So here's the way to actuating the pattern of energy attracting similar energy. Quit wishing, begin envisioning. Start making moves to your fantasies regardless of how little. Trust in yourself, in your vision, and you'll be astonished the way that life lines up with your cravings. Number 8. The law of never-ending change of energy. I realize it sounds confounded, yet you'll see it's not. You can open the capability of your existence with this significant standard. Einstein's condition E equals mc squared is proposing that energy and matter are internal convertible. At its center, this regulation expresses that all energy is in a consistent condition of development and change. Envision water. It tends to be a fluid, strong ice, or even dissipate as steam. It's a similar substance, however, changed into various structures. Likewise, considerations being a type of energy can possibly appear into the real world. I'm certain you've seen, in some measure on one event, how reliably pondering an objective ultimately driven it to emerge. You think this regulation is about pseudoscience? You're off base, old buddy. The genuine heart of this regulation is careful control. Command over how you channel your energy is vital to using this regulation. Embrace the motion. Comprehend that with goal and concentration, you can coordinate energy towards wanted results. Bridle this regulation and watch prospects become real factors. Number 9. The Law of Relativity. Get ready for a mentality shift thanks to the lessons of eminent positive clinician Martin Seligman. Genuine bliss prospers not through examinations, but rather through embracing appreciation for our own one-of-a-kind excursion. $100 appears to be a great deal to somebody with just $1, however appear little to a very rich person. Same cash, alternate points of view. Throughout everyday life, we frequently contrast our lows and others' highs, prompting discontent. Assuming you accept joy is tied in with having more, you're mixed up. The genuine quintessence of joy is the overall viewpoint you hold. It's about how you view what you have comparable to other people. So the key to intensifying your bliss is this: quit looking at, begin appreciating. At the point when you value what you have, rather than zeroing in on what others have, you'll find that joy normally begins to stream into your life. Number 10. The Law of Extremity. By understanding this regulation, you'll have the option to see life's difficulties with an alternate point of view. Antiquated scholars like Confucius talked about congruity and duality. Top-of-the-line creators like Deepak Chopra and Wayne Dyer have dug into the equilibrium and solidarity of contradicting powers in their works. Basically, everything has an inverse. Light and obscurity. Hot and cold. Delight and distress. Consider life's difficulties. For each difficult occasion, there exists an equivalent and inverse expected benefit. Lost your employment? This may be the universe's approach to diverting you to a far superior open door. Confronted dismissal? Maybe it's driving you more like a more reasonable and satisfying way. Each mishap is just a setup for a rebound. The center of the law of extremity is this: each issue has a relating arrangement. So embrace this regulation and begin looking for the potential for development in each test. Number 11, the law of beat. By understanding this regulation, you will actually want to dominate your life's beat. The renowned rationalist Hermes Trismegistus embraced the law of musicality. Everything streams out and in, everything has its tides. The more elevated the tide rises, the lower it retreats. Throughout everyday life, this means the pattern of progress and disappointment. The more you frantically battle to clutch achievement, the harder the inevitable fall. Like an exuberant calorie counter who bounced back into voraciously consuming food, or an obsessive worker who ultimately wears out, we frequently become our own hindrances. Assuming you feel that life musicality is about steady achievement, you're off base, old buddy. The genuine embodiment of musicality is embracing the two recurring patterns. Here's your key to dominating life's cadence: don't avoid, fit. Line up with your life's mood and witness the amicability and harmony introduce. Number 12, the law of orientation. This regulation, it's not what you could think. There's really no need to focus on male or female, it's about the guideline of creation. Regarded researcher Carl Jung terms it as the anima and ill will inside every one of us. Envision the seed, manly, requires soil, female, to grow. Disregard one and development stops. Comparatively, inside us exists a sensitive equilibrium of activity, manly, and instinct, female. Overemphasis on either makes lopsidedness. This is about manly and ladylike energies inside all of us, directing our creation cycle. There's actually no need to focus on predominance or accommodation. However, the substance of the law of orientation is concordance. It's tied in with recognizing and fitting your internal manly and ladylike perspectives. So here's your key to inward development: orchestrate, don't minimize. Embrace your internal equilibrium and watch self-awareness unfurl. Applying only a couple of these widespread regulations has the immense potential to transform yourself to improve things. On the off chance that we've carried a worth to your day, if it's not too much trouble, think about offering us a go-ahead and furthermore buying into tranquility information for future important, not entirely set stone to share.